Hello children, welcome to the YouTube channel of Welkin National School, Vasai East. This is Mrs. Mamata Biju, your subject teacher of SST. Today I'll be teaching for standard 7th, that is history, chapter number 8, an ideal ruler. Before the foundation of Swaraj, Maharashtra was under the domination of the Adil Shahi, Siddhi, Portuguese and Mughal powers. Shivaji Maharaj struggled against these powers. He faced all kind of adverse circumstances. He founded an independent and sovereign Swaraj. He set up a system of administration of this Swaraj. He turned Swaraj into Sur, Sur, Surajya, a kingdom that sought the welfare of all. Maharaj created a new order with his capability. In the course of conflict for the founding of the Swaraj, he himself had to face many grave dangers. Events like the meeting with the Afzal Khan, the siege of Panhala, the attack on Shaista Khan, the escape from Agra, all involved a great amount of risk. Shivaji Maharaj emerged successful in all these events. No harm came to him. Now, in this paragraph, they have explained that before the foundation of Swaraj, before the foundation of Swaraj, Maharashtra was under the administration of Adil Shahi, then Siddhis, then Portuguese, and the Mughal powers. Now, Shivaji Maharaj struggled a lot. He had to face many difficult situations. He founded on an independent Swaraj, and for this he set up an administration, and he turned Swaraj into Swarajya, which means kingdom. Okay, that sought the welfare of all. Then meeting with Afzal Khan, then siege of Panhala, attack on Shaista Khan, then escape from Agra. These all was a great amount of risk, but he was successful in these all events without any harm on him. Organizational skill. Maharaj inspired the people around him to work for the Swaraj. His organizational skill was unparalleled. With this skill, he drew around himself brave people who were also extremely loyal. These close associates of Maharaj performed their duty even by risking their own life. There are many instances of this in the founding of the Swaraj. Jivha Mahala, who killed Bada Sayyid at a critical moment. During the meeting with Afzal Khan, Shiva Khashid, who crossed the siege of Panhalgarh in the disguise of Shivaji Maharaj. Bhaji Prabhu Deshpande, who blocked the advances of the enemy on the way to Vishalgarh. Then Murarbaji Deshpande, who defended the fort of Purandar. Tanaji Malasure, who sacrificed his life while conquering Sinhagarh. Then Hiroji Farjan and Madari Meheter, who risked their life during the escape of Maharaj from Agra, etc. Maharaj took great care of his associates. For example, Kanhoji Jede was associated with Maharaj in the work of Swaraj from the very beginning. When the aging Kanhoji fell ill, Maharaj told him not to neglect his medicines or treatment on any account. Now, in the organizational skill paragraph, they have explained that Shivaji Maharaj showed and inspired many people around him to work for the Swaraj. Now, for his skill, he drew a picture of himself. Now, his many associates like Jivha Mahala, then Jivha Mahala killed Bada Sayyid, then Shiva Kashid, who crossed the siege of Panhalgarh, then Baji Prabhu Deshpande, who blocked the way of the enemy in Vishalgarh, then Murarbaji Deshpande, who protected the fort of Purandar, then Tanhaji Malasure, who sacrificed his life in conquering Sinhagad. Now, all these people who risked their life for the Swaraj, then Kanhoji Jeda, who was the associate from the beginning. So, these all were taking the risks for the Shivaji Maharaj. Caring for the riot. While establishing the Swaraj, Maharaj had to constantly struggle against his enemies. His subjects suffered due to the enemy invasion. At such times, Maharaj used to take utmost care to protect the riot. At the time of Shaista Khan campaign, Maharaj warned the Deshmukh of the Rohida Valley not to fail in his duty towards the riot. He told Deshmukh to visit every village and shift people to a safe place down the ghats. He strictly told him not to delay even for a moment. He further warned the Deshmukh that if he did not thus take care of the riot, the Mughal army would take the people prisoners and then it would be seen as the Deshmukh's doing. Maharaj also saw to it that the soldiers did not in any way cause any harm to the riot. This caring for riot paragraph, they have explained that he struggled constantly with his enemies. Now his subject suffered due to his enemies. He took the most care to protect the riot. In Shaista Khan campaign, he gave warning to Deshmukh of Rohida Valley not to fail in his duties. He said to visit village and shift people to the safe place down the ghats. Now he also named that if he does not take care of the riot, the Mughal would take the people prisoners and the name will be of Deshmukh. Policy regarding the army. Maharaj maintained a strict discipline in the army. He was particular about paying the salaries of the army in time. He made agreements to pay the salaries of the soldiers in cash. In various kingdoms in medieval India and elsewhere, there was a system of making payments to soldiers in the form of jagir. Maharaj set this practice aside. There was a strict order to the army that any valuable collected during the campaign in the enemy territory were to be deposited with the government. Soldiers were honored for their bravery in a campaign. He looked after the maintenance of the families of soldiers who died in battle. He took care of the wounded soldiers. He treated well the enemy soldiers who had surrendered themselves or who had been captured. Now in this paragraph, they have explained that Shivaji Maharaj was very particular about the maintaining the discipline in the army. He gave soldiers in the paying the salaries of the army and he gave the salaries in cash to the soldiers. But in the medieval period, the system of the payment was different. It was in the form of jagir. Jagir means it's a prize. Now he gave a strict orders to the army that any valuable collected during the campaign should be deposited to the government. Now the soldiers who died in the battle, Shivaji Maharaj made it a point and was responsible to look after the maintenance of the families. A policy of tolerance. Maharaj had to struggle against his enemy. The Adil Shahi, the Mughals and the Siddhis, they were Islamic powers. While Maharaj struggled against them, he considered the Muslims in the Swaraj as his own subject. At the time of the meeting with the Afzal Khan, Siddhi Ibrahim was a trusted servant in his army. Siddhi Hilal was a Sardar in the army of Maharaj. Daulat Khan was an important officer. He was an important officer in the navy of Swaraj. Maharaj followed a tolerant religious policy in the enemy territories that he conquered. He continued the facilities that had been given to the Muslim places of worship. His contemporary historian Khafiq Khan writes about the tolerant religious policy of Maharaj. Shivaji had framed strict rules for his soldiers that during the campaign they should not harm a mosque. If they came in possession of a copy of the Holy Quran, he should hand over the same with the reverence to a Muslim. Now, over here in this paragraph, they have explained that Adil Shahi, the Mughal and the Siddhis, they have the Islamic power. So Shivaji Maharaj considered a Muslim in the Swaraj as his own subject. Now Siddhi Ibrahim was the trusted servant of his army. Then Siddhi Hilal was the Sardar in the army of the Maharaj. Now Daulat Khan was an important officer in the navy of the Swaraj. So Shivaji Maharaj followed a tolerant religion policy. He made that facilities that for the worship of the Muslim, he made strict rules to the soldiers during the campaign, and they should not harm the mosque. The inspiration for the freedom. The efforts that Maharaj made to establish the Swaraj have a special value. It is the value of freedom. He aimed at establishing and maintaining an independent and sovereign existence that did not accept the dominance of any other power. While struggling against the foreign powers, Maharaj inspired others too for the freedom. When Chhatrasal, who was in the service of the Mughal, came to see Maharaj, Maharaj inspired him to create an independent kingdom of Bundelkhand. Now, over here in this paragraph, they have explained that while establishing the Swaraj, he made it with a great value. It means value of freedom. He established and maintained an independent sovereign existence. When struggling was in service of the Mughals, came to see Maharaj, then Maharaj gave an inspiration to create an independent kingdom in Bundelkhand. Now this is the greatness of the Maharaj work. Maharaj established Swaraj while fighting against many enemies. This action itself proves that he was a pioneer of a new era. But besides this action, many other noble qualities are found in his personality. Maharaj was very intelligent. He had mastered many arts. He was conversant with many languages and script. The teaching of his parents towards the establishment of Swaraj and ethics were deeply instilled in his mind. There was a blend of character and strength, nobility and valor in his personality. He had innumerable qualities like leadership, management, foresight, political diplomacy, adhesive policy about regional and military administration, commitment to truth and justice, attitude of equality, visualization of future activities, the skill of seeing his planned venture through, rising over the calamities without giving up, alertness, vigilance, and so on. Now, the greatness of Maharaja's work, over here they have explained that for establishing the Swaraj, he fought with many enemies. He proved himself a great pioneer in his new era. Now, apart from this, he has a noble qualities in his personality, like he was very intelligent and mastered many arts. Now he knew many languages and arts. Whatever his parents taught him and instilled in him was deeply stored in his mind. Now it is he is the with the blend of character, then strength, the noble, and he was with the bundle of the qualities like leadership, management, then foresight, then administration work, then commitment to the truth, then giving justice, then equality, then visualization, how to visualize the Swaraj and all. Okay, so this was his all overall qualities. He used to punish those severely who would misbehave with women. He used to take care of all sections of the society like farmers, craftsmen, soldiers, traders, merchant, etc. He used to harbor the same respect for the people of other religion that he had for people of his own religion without any discrimination. He even established family bonds with them. He brought back into the Swadharma, their original religion, person who had converted to another religion, though there was an opposition to such a reconversion at that time. At that time, there was opposition on religious grounds to crossing the seas. Yet he built sea forts like Sindhudurga and created a navy. This means that he had made preparation for countering foreign invasion that came from the sea. He became the ruler of Swaraj officially through his coronation. He later had a second coronation from different religion perspective. All this action shows his revolutionary aspect in the field of religion. When there were threat to Swaraj, he would face them with or without his associate. Due to this, even his associates were ready to sacrifice their life for Swaraj. Of course, his greatness was not confined to the quality of facing calamities, bravely and fearlessly. He wanted to have an ethical qualities based to the Swaraj. This is why he would give orders even regarding minor issues along with the important ones. The order that prohibited soldiers from taking vegetables from the fields of the peasants by force is exemplary from this point of view. The restrictions on the cutting of trees enforced by him are also noteworthy. Now, over here, they have explained in this paragraph that he used to punish those people who misbehave with women. He used to take care all the sessions of the society like farmers, craftsmen, then soldiers, then traders, then merchants. Then he used to give the same respect to other religion also without any discrimination. He even used to make a family bond with them. He also brought back the original religion, those who converted to another religion, even when there was opposition. So he built sea forts like Sindhur and created a navy. He became the ruler of the Swaraj. He got second coronation from the different religion. Whenever there was any threat to Swaraj, he used to face it without the associates. And his associates were also ready to sacrifice their life for Swaraj. He also took a minor issue with great importance, so he used to give orders. He used to give the orders. He had ordered that the garbage on the fort should be burned in an allotted space without dumping it elsewhere, and vegetables should be grown on its ash. It becomes clear from this fact that he would pay close attention to the minutest details while establishing Swaraj. He was not just a warrior but also a sculptor who created a new independent, ethical, and cultured society. His greatness in the comprehensive. Now over here, this paragraph is explained that for the establishment of Swaraj, he paid attention to the minutest details, like garbage should be burned and it should be allotted a proper place, not elsewhere it should be kept, and vegetables to be thrown on its ash. And Shivaji Maharaj was not just fighter; he was also a artist sculptor who is independent, ethical, and cultured society. In our national movement, Maharaj was a great source of inspiration. In his struggle for equality, Mahatma Jyotirao Phule described in his Povadas the greatness of Shivaji Maharaj. Lokmanya Tilak brought about national awakening through the medium of Shivaji Jayanti celebration. Lala Lajpat Rai has written a book about the greatness of Maharaj. The great Tamil poet Subramanyam Bharti has written a poem about the imaginary incident in which Shivaji Maharaj talked to his associate. Vishwakavi Ravindranath Tagore has written a long poem on Maharaj. Tagore sees his effort to found Swaraj as efforts for realizing a noble cause. Now, Sir Jadunath Sarkar has praised his achievement in his book Shivaji and His Times. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru has said that Maharaj did not belong to the Maharashtra alone. He belonged to the whole India nation. He was a symbol of many virtues, more especially of love of country. All Indian languages have work that talk about him as an ideal ruler and a source of inspiration. Future generation too will continue to look upon this work of Shivaji Maharaj of founding the Swaraj and turning it into the Swarajya as a source of inspiration. As an ideal, Shivaji Maharaj was a great national hero. Now over here in this paragraph they have explained that in our national movement Shivaji Maharaj was a great inspiration. Now Mahatma Jyotirao Phule has described in this Povadas about the greatness of Shivaji Maharaj. Lala Lajpat Rai wrote a book about the greatness of Maharaj. Then Subramanyam Bharti wrote an incident about Shivaji Maharaj where he talks about his associate. Then Vishwakavi Ravindranath Tagore wrote a long poem about Shivaji Maharaj. Then Sir Jadunath Sarkar praised his achievement in the book called Shivaji and His Times. But Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru said that Shivaji Maharaj does not only belong to the Maharashtra, he belonged to the whole Indian nation. He was an inspiration as an ideal ruler.